Hello, Cancer, and welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, welcome to my channel if you're new here. This is a reading and prediction for the time period of August 15th through August 31st, 2023. For those of you who are returning here, I owe each and every one of you a great big apology. I am so sorry that I kind of disappeared and didn't make any videos for the last two sessions that I would normally have made videos. Some stuff came up in my life, and unfortunately I just was unable to create the videos and do the readings for you. So I do apologize, and I am truly grateful to each and every one of you for returning to the channel and continuing to support me. Okay. Cancer, let's get started. Let's pull the cards. For those of you who are new here, I do pull all of the cards initially. I leave them sitting face down, and once I'm ready to read them, I will turn them over. Right. So the first cards we're going to be pulling are going to be cards of where you're at now, what's influencing you now, what's coming up for you now. Right. Again, tapping into Cancer's energy. What's going on with Cancer? Okay, well, that was interesting. Half the deck just came out and separated, so we'll mix those cards up and see what comes out. We've got a lot of cards that came out, so all right. There's one more and two more. Okay. All right. Let's see what you're focusing on. Oh my. Cancer, I'm going to have to mix these ones up as well. We've got probably about 8 or 9 cards, and they're still jumping out, which is an indication that your card or cards are within the smaller deck. So let's collect these cards up. Oh my. The fairies are being naughty. All right, look at how many cards are there. Honestly, Cancer, if you're focusing on this much, you might be a little overwhelmed at this point. So let's see if we can narrow this down. Fairies, can you please show us what the Cancerians are focusing on at this time for mid to late August? All right. And we still have about 10 cards here. All right. Yeah. Just can't seem to get the right cards to jump out here. So let's try just a slightly different technique of mixing. That one is one because it's being weird. Is there anything else? There we go. All right, you still have a lot on your plate right now, Cancer. Without me even getting into your reading yet, the way that the cards are coming out, I'm just going to say it's looking like you've got a lot on your plate right now for mid to late August. Let's have a look at your difficult influences. Is there anything else for difficult influences for Cancer? No. Okay, messages you need to hear at this time. Okay. Unexpected. What's coming up for you that is unexpected? Where are we going for that? We're here. Back over to the fairies, the very talkative fairies. What is unexpected? Mid to late August. Yeah, that one's going to come out. All right. And the final cards are going to be your outcome. What is your final general overall outcome? Okay. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Interesting. Okay. So Cancer, in your where you're at now, you've got some cards here that are a little bit conflicted. You've got the 3 of Cups, which is the card of celebration, and it doesn't matter which tarot deck you look at, whether it be the Osho Zen or whether it's the traditional tarot or whether it is the fairy tarot. Almost all of the decks show the 3 of Cups as 3 women out dancing around and celebrating. And so this is an indication that there's something really good going on and you're celebrating it. But you have a card right next to it that is the 7 of Swords, or the 7 of Clouds as represented here, which is the card of politics. And the 7 of Swords is a card indicating that you might be skating on thin ice. You may be not seeing that there is a snake in your midst. Someone is not being as honest with you as they could be or should be. In one of the other tarot decks that I own, the 7 of Swords is represented by someone skating on very thin ice. And in the traditional tarot, the 7 of Swords is represented by someone basically stealing swords. And so this is an indication or a card of someone in your midst is not being as open and honest as they could be. And you may be being distracted by celebrating something that what I'm picking up and the word that's coming in is something is premature. You're celebrating something prematurely because there is a snake in your midst. There's a snake in the grass. Someone's trying to sell you snake oil and you're celebrating too early. And what this is going to bring in is intensity for you. I'm hoping that that card is coming into focus, but the intensity card is the equivalent to the Knight of Wands. Okay, so something is coming up in your life right now, Cancer, that is intense. And that's not surprising because generally the 3 of Cups is considered a very, very positive card. And it's a card of celebration. And the 7 of Swords is considered a negative card. And you've got these back to back and right next to each other. So there is something that's rather intense that's coming up in your life here in the middle of August. And let's have a look at the other cards and hopefully sort all of this out. I do also want to speak to another meaning that is within this 3 of Cups, this celebration card, and that is cycles. And the realization that everything in life is a cycle, okay? For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, one of the laws of the universe. And yeah, so whatever you're going through, whatever this intensity is, whatever this issue is with a snake in the grass, there's also this aspect that there's a celebration, and then there's sometimes a coming down from that celebration. Everything in life is a cycle. So I just wanted to bring that up. All right, let's have a look at what you are focusing on. Interesting. Okay. All really positive cards. You have the Justice card coming in first and foremost in what you are focusing on. And the Justice card is about balancing the scales of justice, that ultimately in the end, good things will come out. The truth will be seen. This is a card of karma. So if someone has, let's say, done you wrong, this is an indication that you don't need to take steps towards that. The universal law of karma will take care of that. I don't know why, but I'm getting called to share this, that they always say that karma is a bee. Don't want to say the actual word because my YouTube channel is still very small. Karma is a bee. Now, karma can be a bee if you are not acting honestly and in good faith, and you yourself are putting negative energy out there. But if you're acting in a positive, honest way, why is karma a bee? You know why? Because she doesn't always let you see her in action. Sometimes you just need to trust that she is working behind the scenes. So if someone else has done you wrong, as indicated by this Seven of Swords, this card is your reminder that you don't need to take steps towards that person that done you wrong. Justice is on your side, and justice will step in, and the law of karma will take action. So trust in that. So you can celebrate in that. Oh, look at that. Three of Summer. Do you know what the Three of Summer is? Three of Summer is the equivalent to the Three of Cups. You'll notice that on this card, you have, on this card here, you have three ladies dancing. And on this card, you have three more fairies dancing. Remember what I said? This is a card of three people coming together, usually three fairies, three women coming together and dancing and celebrating. So there is definitely something for you to celebrate. Perhaps once you clear this energy of the snake in the grass, which will be intense for you based on the cards, once you clear that and you trust that karma and justice will be done without you needing to take more steps, you can definitely step into this celebration, this Three of Cups. Now, Cancer, the next card that you have is the Four of Summer, also known as the Four of Cups. This is a card of distraction. This is a card of not necessarily completely paying attention to everything that's going on around you. So you'll notice on this card, you have a little fairy down here trying to get this bigger fairy's attention, and she is staring off into space somewhere. This is a card of failing to see the magic that's happening right in front of you. So perhaps this Justice card and the karma that's happening, you're just not seeing it. Is that a good thing? Sometimes. Because sometimes when we let go and realize that the law of karma is going to take care of this snake that's been in your midst, you don't need to pay attention to it anymore. And it's okay to be a little bit distracted. And finally, you have the Nine of Summer, also known as the Nine of Cups. And this is the wish fulfilled card. Dreams really do come true. So pay attention to what you're putting your energies into, where you're putting your attention, because this is what you are currently focusing on. And all overall, like lots of cups coming in. This is potentially indicating for you, Cancer, that there may be a really positive, good new relationship coming in for you as well. In your difficult influences, you have the Warrior. The Warrior is all about being fearless, standing strong. And so it is possible that as you're going through this intense period and you're getting rid of a snake in your midst, and you're moving into this celebration, there may be moments when you don't feel as strong and powerful as you really are. Now, that's not to say that you are not strong and powerful. It's just that maybe at times you might not be feeling that at a deep level. This is your reminder that you really are a warrior at heart. Messages you need to hear. Calm is not a weakness. Okay. If you've experienced a snake in your midst, Cancer, and it is quite intense, those emotions, we're going back over to this intensity card. The emotions when we realize that somebody has wronged us can be super intense and overwhelming. But overall, all the rest of the cards that you have coming in here, Cancer, are indicating that as you come out the other side of this, as you trust in justice and karma, there's some really, really good things coming down the pipes at you. And it's up to you to maybe actually enact some of this distractedness. Sit back, be calm. It's okay. Let karma do its job. Let justice do its job. Okay. And then is the time for celebration and wishes coming in. So being calm is not a weakness. Sitting back and waiting for the universal laws to take action is not a weakness. It's a good thing. Interesting. Wow, you have threes coming up all over the place. You had the three of cups come in as your celebration card, as one of the very first cards I read. You have the three of cups coming in again as what you are focusing on. And now in your unexpected, you also have the three of swords and the three of autumn coming in. Fascinating that you have 4 threes in your reading so far. So the three of winter is also known as the three of swords. The three of swords typically shows an ending to something that is close to your heart, because in the traditional tarot, in this deck over here, the three of swords is represented by the visual of a heart with 3 swords going through it. So the three of swords represents the ending of something, ending of a relationship, whether that be a business partnership or whether that be a romantic relationship. It's the end of something. Is that a bad thing? No, not always, especially when you've got the 7 of swords coming into your reading, showing that there may have been a snake in your midst. So, but the other thing that the three of winter or three of swords indicates for us is that as we're going through this ending of a relationship, it's a great time to reach out to others for help. You also have the three of autumn coming in. The three of autumn is the card of pay attention to what's coming in. And if you're really passionate about something, go after it, specifically if it's relating to your job or career. There is a new opportunity that's going to be presented to you. And it makes sense that you've got these threes indicating celebration. Something is definitely ending. You may want to ask for advice to help you get through that. But something is going to present itself that you're going to be truly, truly passionate about, Cancer. And when that happens, you're being called upon because this is in your unexpected. So unexpectedly, you're going to have an ending to something, and you're going to have something present itself, and you're going to be passionate about it, and you're just going to want to go out there and embrace it. So consider that. Yeah, exciting for the last half of August here. Definitely opportunities. I mean, you've got the nine of summer here too, with wishes and dreams do come true. So just to wrap things up, yeah, you've got an understanding card here in your final general overall outcome. Now, I don't know if it's coming in clearly, but on this particular card, there's just a little bit too much light on the card. And I'm trying to, no, it's not going to work. On this particular card, we have a bird that is still trapped in its cage. There are other birds up and over here that are outside of the cage. And this bird is just all of a sudden realizing that the cage door is open. And so there's an understanding of the freedom that it now has, having come through and past the snake, realizing that the law of justice and karma is always at work, realizing that dreams really do come true and there's wonderful opportunities presenting themselves to you. There's an ending of something and it's actually a good thing based on all these other cards, Cancer. And so there is this deep understanding that everything that you're going through, this intense emotional time, everything you're going through, there's this deep understanding that it's meant to happen. It's happening exactly as it's meant to, because there is the ripeness card. This is the 9 of rainbows, also known as the 9 of pentacles. This means that the timing is right for all of this to happen. Once all of this happens, you will have new vision. You'll be able to see things from a new perspective and see that all of this was meant to happen for a reason, because there are big, beautiful new things happening for you. There's this huge shift coming and it's happening right now for you, Cancer. And I'm super excited. So embrace this, celebrate it. I mean, you've got 2 cards here of celebration. So yeah, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to having the opportunity to do your next reading again. Thank you.